All right, welcome to the Beaver County Softball Network. My name's Bill Littler, and we are here at Aniline Park, live streaming a 12U Beaver County Fast Pitch League first round in the championship bracket. This game is between Southside and Central Valley, so it should be a good game. These are the 12U girls, so we should see better quality play than we did the last game. Just with these girls being a little bit older. But this is the bracket that we're looking at here. This game is on the right side, so the Central Valley is your number 7 seed, and Southside is going to be your number 10 seed. So this is the first round. And tomorrow starts the quarterfinals, hopefully. I think the weather's supposed to be rainy tomorrow, so we might get some delay with this bracket, but we'll find out when we get there. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Everyone who subscribes, it helps us grow. Watch as many games and clips that you can watch. All of it is watch hours, and it helps us get to the monetization that we want to get to. So I need everyone's help. We're only a couple years old as a network, so we're still growing. And I appreciate everyone's support. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And it looks like the teams are warming up still. We are sponsored by, let me pull that up. We're sponsored by BCSN Investors. And what I did was created this, and it's several different ways to raise money for the network. I do not want to use sponsorship money. I did it when I first started it, but I just felt like I was taking money away from the youth program since they rely so heavily on sponsorships. So I don't really need them. I figured I can just do this on my own, and that's what I'm doing. So anything that you can do to help invest in this program or this network is greatly appreciated. I have an eBay shop where you can buy trading cards. So another hobby I have is I collect cards, and I like to flip them. So I'll buy cards from people and sell them on eBay, try to make some money off of them. They're only low-end cards. I don't really go after the high-end things, but it's definitely something that I'm doing, and all the proceeds go into the network. I'm also making a lot of dye sublimation items like bag tags, player cards, awards, plaques, things like that. If you are interested in any of that, of course, all that money that is raised goes into the network. So then, of course, I use the social media. So I'm monetized in Facebook, and I hope to be monetized with YouTube soon. So, of course, I still need some growing to do that, but we'll get there. And I think they're going to get started here shortly. They started a little bit late than what they originally wanted. The other game went the full distance with time, so they're behind a little bit. They went over ground rules, so I assumed they were going to get started here, but it doesn't look like they're ready to start yet. All right, so I'm going to run a commercial here. I'll be right back. Gone. That'll tie the game up.
My most effective pitch was most definitely my curveball. I could work it in and out, like even on the right-handed batter, I could throw it inside as like a backdoor curveball. And most of the time when I threw that, a lot of kids just kind of like stood off the plate more and just ran to, and I'd throw it outside.
My confidence and presence in the box, and like I feel like it helps teammates be confident in themselves and believe in themselves the way that I believe in myself.
There was a group like that last year, and I started training them on the side, like, taking them to go hit, taking them to go field, catching. And they started to love it, started to look up to other girls on the team, and, it kind of just built up the team.
All right, so we are getting ready to get started. So they are going over the ground rules. This is 12U. I don't think there's any special rules. I know at 10U we had different rules, like there's no walks or anything like that, but you have all of that here at the 12U level. So batters can walk, stealing bases. You can do all that stuff here. The only thing that I recall is a max of 5 runs an inning. So if 5 runs are scored in an inning, then they switch. They just kill the inning and move to the next. So we're just waiting for the players to take the field. Not sure why they're taking their time getting out here. And here they go now. They're taking the field. So this is Central Valley. I believe this is the Central Valley Carolina team, and they are playing the Southside Black team, I believe. So we'll see. I don't know these teams. I haven't watched them before. I know a couple of the players on each of the teams, but I do not know how good the teams are. But we're going to find out. This is the first round of the BCFPL championship. This is a single elimination bracket, so if you lose, you're done. And if you win, you move on. Our first game was in the 10U bracket that we streamed earlier. And that was won by Central Valley over Beaver Falls, 10-0, I think it was. It was kind of a lopsided game, I guess, a little bit. So it looks like we're waiting for a batter. Here we go. All right, let's get started. And the first pitch is going to be a ball. That's going to be a foul, so we have 1-1 count. There's a called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter. Foul ball. The sun is starting to set, which is taking up some of this heat. Man, it was hot today. There's a foul ball. Missed outside. It's a nice pitch. Get her to chase something out of the zone. There's a hit. And it's pop out to third for the first out. All right, so we got one out. Next batting, I think this is number 12, maybe. It's a swing and a miss. Actually, I think it's 17. It's a foul ball out of play. Yeah, it is number 17 for Southside. I don't typically use the girls' names at this age, just because some parents don't like their kids on, out on the internet. So I just don't say names. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike, and they're gonna complete the out at first for the second out. Something else that they didn't have at the 10U bracket is drop third strike, but they do at 12. So 12, they make them play the game a little bit harder. So there's 2 outs. Nobody on. It's a hard hit, but it's going to be foul. Another foul. That's strike 3. That'll hit the inning. Nice pitch. All right, so we'll let this replay take us into a break, and we'll be right back with the bottom half of the first. Thanks for watching. So our live stream is powered by Starlink. We have a Starlink mobile here. Probably one of the best investments I made for this network. It allows me to connect pretty much anywhere. I know before I only had a Verizon hotspot, so I had a couple of places I had troubles connecting to, this place being one of them. But using the Starlink now, it really stabilizes our connection and allows us to bring these games to you. All right, so we're waiting for looks like waiting for the catcher for Southside. We are in the bottom half of the first inning. So if you're joining us late, you only missed the first half of the inning. Southside went down 1-2-3. And here comes the catcher. And so this is the BCFPL 12U Championship bracket, first round. Game between Southside and Central Valley. And they're going to come down and we're going to get started. If you haven't subscribed to our network, please do. Subscribing to our network helps us grow and helps us get monetized to keep this free for everybody. And it looks like the batter is going to step in the box, and we are going to start the bottom of the first inning. First pitch. It shows bunt. It's going to be foul. This looks like one of slappers, if you're familiar with fast pitch. One of the funnest players in the game are slappers. One ball, one strike. That's what my daughter is. She's a slapper. She slaps at Youngstown State. I'm a huge small ball fan. I think that's one of the most important parts of softball is small ball. Teams that win are teams that know how to move runners. Three balls and one strike. There's a foul ball. So that's a full count. She is bunting there, so she's going to have to... No, she's going to switch to the right side. So she has a full count. Ball four. So she takes the walk. And CV has a leadoff base runner. And she's still in second. So you runner on second base. That was a ball. Time is called. Looks like the umpire wants to clean the plate off. All right, here we go. That's going to be in play, popped up to shortstop, who makes the play, and runner's going to have to stay. And that'll be the first out for Southside. All right, still got a runner on second base with one out. There's another ball in play. And that's going to be popped out again to shortstop. And that'll be the second out. So there's 2 outs, runner on second still. Missed high. And she's going to try to steal third. And she'll be safe. But camera froze. It's been doing this today for some reason. There's a pop-up. And it still froze. Always something doing this stuff. There's a hard hit. And we're not going to be able to see the play. She's going to be safe. It's going to score a run. And she's going to go 3. So CV's putting the pressure on them. So we have a runner on third base. And the run did score. So CV's up 1-0. There's a fly ball, and it's got to play. And that's going to hit the batter, so she will get first base. Gives us runners on first and third. 2 outs. Called strike. Base runner's going to go to second. So now we have runners on second and third. I just dropped something. Miss Lowe. There's a swing and a miss. And we do have runners on second and third here. 2 outs. See if Southside can get out of this. That was close. It was actually a nice pitch. There's a ball in play. Pitcher gets it. Throws it to first for the final out. I think Southside's happy with that. Only giving up 1 run in that situation. So, after 1 inning, CV's up 1-0. We'll be right back. Okay, if you are on Facebook, please follow us and like and interact with all our posts. So if you want to like something, share something, comment on something, all those interactions help us raise money through the Facebook monetization program. So we would appreciate your help with that. If you aren't on Facebook, good for you. Stay off of it. I don't recommend it. However, it's an easy way to raise money for something like this. So, first pitch was a called strike, and this is the second inning, and I don't think I changed that. It's going to be a foul ball. So this is top of 2. Central Valley's up 1-0. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So that'll be the first out on south side. There's a swing and a miss. The sun is officially down and it is so much cooler. Feels like it's 10 degrees cooler out here. There's a called strike. I am going to try to get out and do games tomorrow, but it all depends on the rain. Swing and a miss. That was a... She went after that with one hand. You don't see that every day. I don't know what happened. But she did that. So that's 2 outs. Next batter, first pitch is a strike. This is a single elimination championship bracket. These teams play 3 games in pool play throughout the couple weeks to get seeded into these championship brackets. The rest of the season, they play all April and May. It's a ball and play. First makes it, gets the out at first. And that will be the inning. But the teams play games in April and May just to get ready. Then they play pool games, get seeded into this, and they battle for the championship. So, all right. So after the top half of the second, CV still up 1-0. We'll be right back. All right, if you want to help support our network and you collect trading cards, go to our eBay store. It's called BCSN Investors on eBay. And see if you like any cards. Anything you buy, the proceeds will go to the network and help keep this network free. That camera behind home plate is kind of struggling a little bit. I wonder if the heat is getting to it. All right, so CB's going to step in the box. First pitch is a strike. That one got away from her. 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul ball. There's a ball in play. Third gets it. Throws it to first, and it's a wild throw. She's going to be safe. That's why you need to put that ball in play. You never know what can happen. That's a tough throw from third to first. Not many girls can do that. And Central Valley's in business again. Her leadoff batter's on second. Nobody out. There's a nice hit. That's going to fall behind short. That's going to score a run. I had a sneeze. So that is an RBI. And she's on first, so it's an RBI single. There's another ball in play. And that's going to fall behind second. And everyone's going to be safe. So CB has runners on the corners. Still, nobody out. Another ball in play. That one's high, and it's going to be caught. Nice play, and they're going to get a double play. That was a nice play out in right field. Shoestring catch, and she makes the throw over to Burst for the out. So called strike. We gotta fix the bases here. We have a runner on third. Two strikes on the batter here, and we have 2 outs. Missed high. And the runners can go at 12U. That's only at 10U where you can't steal home on a wild pitch. There's a ball in play. Behind pitcher. That's going to be a tough play. She'll be safe. It's kind of landed in nowhere land, right behind the pitcher. Second got there, but she just couldn't get the throw quick enough. Scores another run. There's another ball in play. And that's another tough play, but first makes it. That was a nice play to get that out. Slow roller. Looks like first baseman didn't know what to do. She ended up making the play, though. All right, so after 2, we have Central Valley up 3-0. We'll be right back. All right, so the next couple days, I'm going to upload all the instant replays in a video, so it'll be a nice collection of all the highlights through the game. So it'll be a quick and easy way to watch the game. And everyone's back on the field, so we're getting ready to get started here. Be the top of the 3rd inning. Central Valley's up 3-0. All right, are we ready? Throwing down here. Here we go. Bring the batter up and we're ready to roll. Okay, first pitch for the top of the 3rd inning is a ball. Missed outside, 2-0. It hit her. I guess it hit her shirt. Shirt's part of the body. It did. That's pretty wild. There's a hard hit. Second's going to flip at the second base. She's going to be safe. That was a nice try to make that play, but shortstop didn't squeeze the ball. So we have first and second for Southside. Missed high. They're going to try to steal third, and that's going to get past the outfield. And that's going to score 2 runs on a throwing error there. It's one thing I don't like about this unit I have is the replay. I don't have a lot of time. And it saves clips. Every time I hit the replay, it saves clips, but it doesn't save it unless I hit it. So I had to hit it there, but I didn't want to miss the rest of that play. So there's nobody on. And Southside is back in this game, 3-2. There's a called strike. Missed high. Time is called. Three balls and one strike. There's a ball in play. It's going to be foul. Nice try by the first baseman. So it gives us a full count on the batter. Nobody on, nobody out. That's strike three. Real nice pitch. That'll be the first out. Gotta love his outside corners. Real nice pitch. All right, next batter for Southside. Missed outside. That's a hit. Pass first. Second makes the play, but and they're going to beat it out. He went first one after that play and missed it. That was pretty much not going to be that safe every time. Nice effort. Just didn't make the play. Sometimes you got to really decide if you should just go back and cover the bag or go after it. That's one of those plays that you learn. The more experience you get, the more you understand what you should do in that situation. You gotta love the effort, though. That's going to be a strike. And she's going to move to second. No, pass ball. Missed high. And that'll be ball four. So you got runners on first and second. One out. There's a hit. That is going to be trouble. That rolls foul. And they're going to score one. So they're going to have second and third. And we have a tie ball game. It's foul ball. that was a tough play. You seen it fall, and then it kicked into the foul territory. That's a long run. So we got one out, and runners on second and third. Swing and a miss. There's a ball in play. That's going to be a tough one. Short gets it, throws it to first, and gets the out. Nice play. Does score a run, though. It gives Southside the lead. It's a nice play by Short. She only had that one play. So runner is on third for Southside with 2 outs. And Southside takes a lead, 4-3. There's a swing and a miss. What's that? 2 balls and 1 strike. There's a ball in play. Gets past the first baseman. That was the same kind of play, but she's going to get there in time. It was a nice play by second. Yeah, first baseman's going to have to figure that out. She's taking herself out of the play too much. All right, we'll be right back after a short break. Southside takes the lead here in third inning. All right, so one of the things that we do to raise money for this network is to make awards with these plaques. So these are metal sheets that are dye sublimated, and they're completely digital. So it's whatever you want, whatever's on your imagination, I can pretty much do. And then we mount it onto a wooden plaque. So it's black wooden plaque. They're really nice. The awards are really nice. So for you, and the money that we raise will go to the network. And it looks like my camera froze again. I need to hurry up and do this before I miss something. There's a ball in play. And she's going to be safe. Then she's going to go 2 on a wild throw. Sorry about the camera. I don't know what's going on with it. So we have a runner on second base. Missed high. Missed inside. So we got, what, 2 balls and no strikes. It's a hit. That gets past the left fielder. But she's going to go home. And she's going to make it inside the park. Home run. Nice hit. She was all over that ball. So that gives Central Valley the lead. 5-4. Swing and a miss. Missed low. Good eye on that one. Miss inside. No, she held up all 4. Yes, she did. All right, so that puts a base runner on first. And there still are no outs. Called strike. That was high. I guess it could have been the top of the strike zone. I said this in the first game that we did at 10U. Catching is so important because it really, if you're sticking the pitches, framing well, it's going to help the umpire make these called strikes. And it's catching sometimes takes as much, if not more, work than pitching to make sure you're doing your best framing. And that's going to be a stolen base. And it gets past the shortstop. And that was a good frame there. And you saw that he called that a strike. It's all in the presentation. And again, this is 12U, so these girls are still learning, but catching is very, very important. There's called strike 3. And you can see she did well sticking that pitch too. Just kind of freeze it so that blue can see where it's at. So that'll be the first out. Runner is on second base, not first. It's a ball in play. And that's going to be over the center fielder's head. Nice hit. So that'll score another run. And they just traded places. So we got 6-4 Central Valley. We're just swinging a miss. And we're still dealing with one out. Yeah, one out. Looking over my shoulder on the scoreboard just to make sure I'm at least in the area. Missed outside. No base runner. Looks like they're trying to turn the lights on. Missed inside. This park, they have to be careful putting the lights on. They gotta like put half of them on first and then put on the other half or they'll blow fuses or something. So we have 2 balls and 1 strike. There's a called strike. Evens the count at 2. Missed inside. So we have runners on first and third. Still only got 1 out. Swing and a miss. Runner advances to second with no throw or no defense. There's a ball play. She's going to throw it home and make the out. That was a nice heads-up play there. The base runner tried to slide, but I think she was going to be out regardless. Real nice play. So now we have runners on first and third. Foul ball. Oh, hit her hand. He's going to give her first. So that will load the bases. Now, did that hit the bat first? Because if it did, it would be a foul. Looks like they're questioning it. But with one umpire, you can't really do anything. He's not going to change his mind. And really, that's a tough call because it's a bang-bang play. So bases are loaded now. But yeah, if that ball hit the bat first and then her hand, it would be a foul ball. But if it hit her hand, then her bat, it would be hit by pitch. But if her hand was on the bat, it would have been a foul ball. So there's a lot of complication with that call there. Called strike. There are 2 outs. 2 balls and a strike is the count. Nice hit. It's going to be fair. It's going to score 2, maybe 3. And that's going to walk off the field there. That's the max of 5 runs in an inning. That was a nice hit. All right, so after 3, CV takes the lead. They're up 8-4. We'll be right back with the 4th inning. Thanks for watching. That ball is gone. That'll tie the game up.
My most effective pitch was most definitely my curveball. I could work it in and out, like even on a right-handed batter, I could throw it inside as like a backdoor curveball. And most of the time when I threw that, a lot of kids just kind of like stood off the plate more, and then I'd throw it outside.
My confidence and presence in the box, and like I feel like it helps teammates be confident in themselves and believe in themselves the way that I believe in myself.
There was a group like that last year, and I started training them on the side, like, taking them to go hit, taking them to go field, catching. And they started to love it, started to look up to other girls on the team, and, it kind of just built up the team.
All right, so we're in the top of the 4th inning. Southside has some runs to score here. First pitch is a strike, down 8-4. That was a big inning for CV, scoring 5 runs, walking the inning off. Two balls and a strike. Ball up, and the pitcher's going to make the play. Kind of made me nervous there. She made the play. So that's 1 out. That ball's going to be foul, out of play. Missed high. There's a swing and a miss. Batter helped her out on that one. They're laughing. It looked like it might have hit someone in the bench area. But they're all laughing about it, so it must not have been bad. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. She did drop the strike, but the tag finished the play. So that'll be 2 outs. Foul ball. They do have the lights on, so we are approaching nighttime, and it's cooled off significantly. Thank goodness. So we got 2 strikes on the batter, 2 outs, nobody on base. There's a ball in play, and that's going to fall for a hit. And that gets past the outfielder. And she's going to get to second with the, I don't know if you give out a single and an error. That has to be an error. Yeah, I'd give out a single with an error. Center field. Got to make that play. All right, so there's 2 outs with a runner on second base. There's a ball in play. That's going to be tough. And she got her. Yeah, first and second are having troubles with that ball in between there in the 3-4 hole. Again, I still think that first baseman's a little bit too aggressive there. That should be the second baseman's ball. She has to cover first. All right, we'll be right back. So we're Central Valley's still up 8-4. We'll be back with the bottom half of the fourth. Yeah, so one of the main reasons why I do this streaming is for family and friends who are not living in the area, so it gives them the opportunity to watch their loved ones play softball. I do know that one of the cool stories of this, there was a brother who was in the military overseas, and he was able to watch his sister play in one of the tournaments that I streamed, so that was pretty cool. So if you're watching in another state and you're not colored in red here, let me know and I'll shade you in red. All right, so this is the bottom half of the first inning. And that's going to be dropped for a fair ball. It was kind of almost like a routine fly, and she just dropped it. That happens. I'm sure the coaches don't like that when that happens, but it happens. So there is a runner on first now. Base runner's going to steal second. So you have runner on second base with nobody out. Missed. That was a nice stop by the catcher. Prevented the base runner from taking third. So pop up. Ooh, that was inside. Call that chin music. Ooh, that one got away from the pitcher, and she's going to advance to third. That was ball 4. So CB has runners on the corners with nobody out. I believe this is the player who had an inside the park homer her last at bat. There's a rip past the third baseman. It's going to score another run. .22 for Central Valley's having a game. First pitch is a ball. Nobody out. Central Valley has a couple girls on the bases here, threatening to score more runs to their 5-run lead. Foul ball. Oh, they called catcher interference. Let me see if I catch that replay. I didn't. Yeah, so the batter swinging hit the catcher's glove. So that's catcher's interference, and the batter gets first base. So that loads the bases. Nobody out. So Southside is in a little bit of trouble right now. There's a called strike. Might give the river a little bit. It's a fly ball, and that's going to fall. And they got a log jam. And she didn't tag her out. I'm not sure why she didn't tag her. I don't think she realized what was going on. Wow. All right, so that scores 2 runs. And it puts runners on first and second. There's another ball in play. Short. Fields it. Throws it to first, and she's not going to be in time. Bases are still loaded. And now they're going to run extra. Yeah, this team does not, almost like they're not watching their coaches. They're just watching the ball. When you're on these bases, you got to pay attention to your coaches. Don't look over your shoulder. Because most of the times when you react, it's too late. And that's going to be an out there. Nice play. I think it's 12. Yeah, 12-4. It's a nice play by the pitcher. Swing and a miss. Is there 2 outs? There are 2 outs. Behind on outs. There's 2 strikes too. I don't know how they got 2 outs, but whatever. There's a swing and a miss. That'll be strike 3, but she dropped the ball. Got to finish the out. And that's hard to do. Drop 3rd strike. And that puts runners on 2nd and 3rd. But I think that scored 5 runs. So they're going to end the inning. So Central Valley's up big, 13-4, going into the 5th inning. And it could be Southside's last chance. So we'll have to see what happens. We'll be right back. Yeah, so this is the 12U championship bracket. This game is on the right-hand side with Central Valley, Carolina, the 7th seed, against Southside, Gray, the number 10 seed. And the winner of this game plays Central Valley, Navy. So we might have a Central Valley versus Central Valley game here. And that's definitely stream worthy. All right, so here we go, top of the 5th. Southside needs to score a couple runs here, or it could be the mercy roll. Missed outside. There's a ball up the middle. Gets past the pitcher. And it's going to be a single. All right, so we got a runner on first base for Southside. They are in business here. Leadoff runner on first. Tough play. Ooh. That was a close call. Looks like she tagged her in the upper body, so I think that's a tough call to make. That's a tough call to make where he's at. Looks like he tagged, or she tagged her on the top part of her body, but it doesn't look like she reached the bag when she tagged her. That's the downside of having a one-man crew. That's going to be ball 4. So you have first and second. Why did that camera go out of focus? There it goes. Nobody out. Swing and a miss on a high pitch. There's a ball in play. Second gets it. Throws it over to first for the out. Does run or move the runners to second and third. It was a nice play by second. First made the right decision to go back to the bag. Missed outside. Play it second again. Gets the out at first. Did give up a run though. So Southside has a runner on third base with 1 out, 2 outs. Where's the ball in play? Play it first. Gets her. That was a nice play. So that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. And I think that's going to be game. So it'll be Mercy. So you have CB winning 13-5. So they will advance in our bracket. So let's see the brackets here real quick. So Central Valley, Carolina will play Central Valley Navy, and that will take place tomorrow. So I didn't look at the schedule, but there's a good possibility that I'll be here to stream that game. It should be a good one. But thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.